this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. On the run from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Titans offense will have the opening possession of the game. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experiences, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
They go right back to him. Nice move to keep running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
They'll leave it with him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is... Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Finds his man, it's Smallwood. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. The Titans moving quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give to the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Titans. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So NC State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments. It's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the the portal or not, he decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
Guys, let's talk a little bit about NC State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove it.
Lets it fly! And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. This offense has it with really good field position. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. 2nd down coming up. Try to get it to the edge. Fighting off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you toss the ball to your running back to get him on the edge and try to get some space, but my goodness, there wasn't any space. He broke one tackle, but still wasn't enough. More guys coming after him really fast. They got to give him a little bit more space to do something.
Unleashes one deep. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7. Turning it on! Smashes through the tackle. Once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. A long run from the running back, not exactly setting any land speed records, but he got the job done.
It was a long run. It took a long time because he's not the fastest guy in the world. But it doesn't matter, right? Get that nose for the end zone, get in the goal line. That's all that matters. That's all we're keeping score. That 6 counts for just as much as all those fast guys that get there in a hurry.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And now the offense will come onto the field again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Back to throw. It's Beebe. Dumps it off in the flats. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Titans decide to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's going to fire deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Beebe. Fires left. And the timing just a hair off.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing...
Ball lofted up for grabs. It's picked off.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go.
Breaks into the open. He has 89 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. He's got it on the outside. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The give to the tailback. He's out past the 35. At midfield, he's got room. Speeding down the left side. Inside the touchdown Titans. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth game. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Let's talk for a second about NC State. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the first down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Dropping back, it's Fuller. Snagged in the middle, it's Vaughn. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Handoff from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6. NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. From the gun, the ground game. And game tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, NC State! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. To throw, it's Beebe. Calls it in. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. Immediately fires to the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the first.
Wants to go up top on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Titans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The short hands, it's Hall. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Dropping back, it's Beebe. Shoots it to the left. That pass is incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Picks up the first down, still moving. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. So much for the tough field position. One play and you're already to the 35. Spits it out to the back. Working that left side now. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Going to swing it on second down. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. To the air, it's Fuller. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Looking downfield on first down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. The Titans will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, heading to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into half.
He tries to take the top off. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wolfpack will have first and 10. Looking for a man. It's Fuller. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He rifles one deep to the left. Grabs it inside the 15. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. Back to throw, it's Fuller. Makes the grab. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, first and 15. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Split backs here. They'll go to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now this offense is back on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Titans will try to pin them back with the punt. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play.
Just keeps moving. There he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack. He ran through tackles like water through a sieve.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Wants to throw. It's Beebe. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Titans send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Wants to return it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Turning on the jet. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. They'll run it from the gun. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Quarterback making adjustments. They want to throw it. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, NC State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now. Offense from the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Beebe. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. The Titans will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking to throw on first down. He slings it deep to the left. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds the tight end. It's a fumble on the play. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. Getting deep in the 3rd quarter here. Clock stopped with 1.5 minutes to go. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Red pass, it's complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. And he missed it. No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking to throw, it's Beebe. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. It's Smallwood. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Makes the tackle. Really strong, disciplined job. And now we have 1 period to play. We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. At the 45 on his way. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, North Carolina State. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Yeah, and the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pulls it in. It's Keith. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. The Titans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Titans will pump this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll try the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. The RPO fire complete to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Got his man. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
He's had a day, 103 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. Here's the handoff. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Fires on the move. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield.
First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Titans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Great timing on the slant. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Titans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Gonna look downfield again. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. He's taking a deep shot. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.